Hey guys, it's me, Ashley, the Graveyard Stitcher. I am back for Flosstube 23. I literally just looked it up and I totally forgot. 20 something. It's March 7th, but it's like 11:30, so it'll be March 8th in like 30 minutes. I'm hoping I can get this up and edited and everything by tomorrow, which is the 8th. But I'm also going out tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I'm in my gym jams, and I want to say I'm looking a little like a hobo, but I feel like I always kind of look like a hobo. I don't know. I'm a homebody. I just like being lazy around the house. So I guess if you're here for glitz and glamour, I apologize. So I have a lot to share. I did all my Monopoly stitching, and I did some off Monopoly stitching, and I had 3 finishes, as the title says. I had my first buy, stitch, finish, possibly FFO. How many letters is that? Like BF, BF, BB, FO? I don't know. Anyways, so let's just take a look at the board real quick. Oh, there goes all my markers. I really want to get like a smaller board because this is a little ridiculous. So hopefully you can see that. So these are the goals, these green numbers, and then the blue is what I did, and then this is their like total amounts. And so yeah, you can see I touched all of the ones that I was supposed to do, and then I have this one down here, Moon Babies, which was extra. And I will get into why that is. All right, let me precariously place this board so it can, you know, hit my kneecap like normal. So let's get into the whips real quick, and then I just have them kind of stacked here as I pulled them out of the bag. So there's no special order, and we will just go through it. Let's see, I know this is Together Forever. It's by Unconventional X Stitch. And it's on a large piece of 25 pre-gridded, which is my favorite. It has a lot of margins, which is something new to me because I always have thin margins because I'm a hoarder and I just want to save all the things I can. All right. So let me put it over here so we can see a before and after. Maybe cover my face. Yeah. We'll do an up close look. This one I'm obviously using parking. I still love this piece. It's I call it the Purple Void number 2. Because the first one is Moon Babies, Purple Void number 1. And it's just because they have a bunch of purple in them. And I love purple, so absolutely sign me up. I will stitch it all the time. This one called for 900 stitches, and I did 2,400. I think the way that I stitch this is kind of in a diagonal thing. So I think I try to finish the diagonal, and then also if there's like a show playing or, you know, I just want to keep stitching on it, you know, I only make, they're not really, I don't really have rules. So, and who's going to tell me, I don't even know how to fold this. Who's going to tell me not to stitch how I want, what I want, when I want? I kind of just have rules to give me a little direction on what to stitch, because if not, I'll be either paralyzed with like, I don't know what to stitch, or I will be like, I'm just going to stitch on this thing forever, which is fine too. All right, this one's called Masquerade. It's also by Unconventional X Stitch. And it's on a fabric by a fabric company that's no longer in business. It's on 32 count. I'm doing 10 stitch or half stitch over 32 count. And I'm sure I put all the things up. This is 32 count, 2 over 1, 10 stitch. Here it is in all its glory. We're going to do a comparison photo. Hopefully works out well. And then we'll zoom in a little bit. I love this fabric and I love this piece. And I think I did all my stitches over here. It called for 800 and I did 973. And I actually did extra on this one because I had to like frog. It's hard. I think the 10 stitch throws me off. I don't know. Anyways, I had to frog it. So then I started a new thread and I wanted to get the new thread done. And it was kind of like my punishment for being a dumbass and having to frog something. So it's fine. Progress is progress. And I mean, I count the half stitches as like whole stitches, but because I just don't want to go through the whole numbers of like, oh, this is a half stitch and da da da. So the next one we have, this is Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. And it's on a 40 count Veil of Night, I believe by Fiberlicious. And it called for 1,000 stitches, and I did 1,037. And here is the comparison from before. And then here it is up close. So pretty much I just did all the words. Not all of them. There's still a couple like over here that I still need to do. But yeah, can you believe that that's like, the words alone are like 1,000 stitches? Probably, they're a little more because I have a little more to go. But I did count this moth. So this moth is probably like 50 stitches or something. But yeah, I think because the font looks so small, like thin, I guess, that doesn't seem like it would be that many stitches, but it sure is. I really love this piece. I have to wear my readers to work on it because it is tiny. 2/1 on 40 count. So that is Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. And I love it, and I can't wait for it to be done. And I love a lot of her stuff. So as soon as this one's done, I'm gonna go buy more stuff from her. So then the next one we have, this is Farewell to Anger by Lenoid Aftermob, Heaven and Earth Designs. 2/1 28 count. And it was called for 900 stitches. I did 1,295. Do comparison. And then we'll do a zoom. So I am doing kind of a diagonal method type thing on this. So I think I finished out the diagonal down here. And then I just started this whole diagonal. And I think I was watching a show with my husband, so I just kept stitching because I didn't want to get up and get a new pattern. But I think it looks so beautiful. 2/1 on 28 count, 10 stitch. I do like 2/1 10 count on 28. 2/1 10 stitch on 28 count. I'm not a fan of 1/1 on 28 count. I feel like it's, I don't know, it's not tight per se, but it definitely like makes my threads scraggly, and maybe because my threads are long, but I prefer to have them longer and not do 28 count. All right, so next one. Okay, so this is where I went off Monopoly stitching. This is Moon Baby. So we were going to go to Monterey, or we did go to Monterey Bay for our anniversary. We've been together for 17 years now. And Monterey Bay is like one of my favorite places. It was really low-key, chill. We did go whale watching. We saw some gray whales, which is unusual. Not unusual, but they're not the most common. Usually you see humpback whales, so that was pretty cool. There was like 4 of them. And obviously you see otters, sea lions, other stuff. Anyways, I just love that coastal beach area, so that was good. We did skip the aquarium this time because I've been there like a million times, so, and I just kind of wanted to be lazy, but in a new place, you know? But we still had a good time, and I'm happy for it. We also went antiquing, but we didn't buy anything because I guess I'm used to cheaper prices. Okay, so yeah, this is Moon Babies by Charting Creations. It's 1/1 on 28 count, and I put in 2,209 stitches on this. So this is Purple Void number 1. It's all just purple. Oh, let me do comparison. I don't know what that was. That scared me. There's like a big chunk of the same purple here, and then another big chunk of a different purple here. So I was just filling this in. So that's kind of why I brought it with us, because it's a lot of like kind of block stitching at this point. So I'm trying to get through all that. And like, I didn't really want to take any of my Monopoly pieces, because I felt like I could probably outstitch the required number. And I just, to be honest, I kind of miss my other whips, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take this guy. And it's gonna be big, so it could use all the help it can get. And I think it's really good. So this is how I know I don't really care for 1/1 on 28 count. Even some of my stitches look There's like random bumpy stitches. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but either way, Moon Babies, Charting Creations. Done. All right, and then let me save the finishes for last. I'm just gonna tuck her over there. I'm sure you know which finishes they are because I think I mentioned it in the last video. So if you haven't watched that, go back and you can be a psychic for this video. So this is Always. It is by Thread Geeks, and it only wanted 1100 stitches. I did 1187, so I already put the thing up, and I think it's on a 16 count black Aida, and here it is. I'm gonna change the method on this because I was doing like a parking method, and I really like that method, but I'm doing it on other things, and I feel like since it's not really, I'm not stitching it as a full coverage, I think I'm gonna switch away from the parking method that I'm doing. So anyways, let me put it over here so you can kind of compare where we were at and where we are, something like that, and then we can zoom in. I think it looks great. I'm pretty sure I just went across, I just go across here, work the threads down or over. Yeah. And I don't know, I think it looks so good. It looks like especially good on camera. And it's supposed to be full coverage, but I'm not stitching all the black stitches. I'm just doing it on black Aida. And I love it. And I have another project from Thread Geeks, maybe two now. That's also like a lot of black. So I'm probably gonna, once this is done, I'm gonna want to pull that one up at least and do another stitching on the black Aida. Black Aida is a little difficult, but it's a little bit easier than that 40 count Veil of Night. Aida is a little more, it's more uniform. The 40 count is a linen. It's just bigger. All right, so next one is Celeste by Cross Stitch Studio Art, I think. Here is what it's supposed to look like. I got her on a volcano stitching even weave opal 32 count, and let's see, let me fix her up here. Here she is. We'll do a comparison. Oh, I got a big bruise on my arm. Sorry, that's gross. Anyways, here she is. So I added, for my goal this time, let me straighten her up a bit here, girl. You don't need to be that wide. Okay, so I wanted to finish out her hair, which I did, and then I wanted to finish out her hand and her arms, and they look kind of weird right now. Hopefully the back stitching. I mean, look at her arm. And then I just had a little extra stitching to do, so I think I just went down this way and then started this skirt. But I think she looks really beautiful. I've already been eyeballing this site to see which one I want to buy next, because even though they're like fancy ladies, they're different than like Bella Filipina and Mirabilia. I feel like they're just like a little more simple, but not in a bad way. Like, I think it's great. So also Kenny Stitches is stitching the Alice lady. I think it's called, I don't know if it's called Alice, but either way, he's stitching that, and I think it looks really cool. So all right, then did I tell you I did 930, she called for 900, I did 936 stitches on her. All right, so then Star Eater was called, he was supposed to get 225 stitches. This is my railroad piece for Monopoly. This is what, it's like a self-charted thing on some website that wasn't that great. I mean, it's my fault, I guess. Probably. It's on I believe it's a 16 count navy Aida. And here it is so far. Well, let me put it back here so we can compare. Maybe up. I don't know. And 225 is not a lot, but it's kind of like tiresome to stitch on this because it's all full coverage on the program. I couldn't get rid of the like two of the non-full coverages, and I got it on Pattern Keeper, but so I need to like finish this gridding helps a lot, so I need to do that. But either way, since it's like the railroad piece, it's only about 200 stitches per turn, so that's kind of nice. So I'm gonna do so I wanted 225, I did 237. And I just kind of grew the stars out that way. I'm trying to get the first row pages done. and meet the other end of the pattern here, because obviously this is, yeah. Anyways, I think it still looks really good. And I'm excited to see the end result. And I'm just going to keep chipping away at it little by little and hope it's all good. So anytime someone lands on a railroad, it's going to be 200 plus the rent. And then if someone else lands on another railroad, then I'm just going to add the rent number on there instead of just 200. So, I mean, if all 7, I guess, because if somebody owns it, say all 7 land on it, time, you know, and it's like 25 extra. What is that, like another 200 stitches? So, not too bad. All right, let me get to the finishes now. So the first finish I want to show you is Tombstone Needlebook. This is by Siren Stitchworks. Let's see. Move my needle. I guess I could put it up now that I don't need it on this project. Oop. Okay. There we go. Before and after. Obviously I haven't finished it into a needlebook, but I think it's really great. So it needed 1,300 stitches was what it was called to do. I did 1,382 just to finish her out. I think it's so cute. I love it. I definitely want to finish it. There's some really good instructions that they give you, Siren Stitchworks. I had a little mishap over here. I think I like parked my thread and then didn't like count it again. So there's like two stitches right here, but I think it'll be okay. There's like a two stitch space right here when there's only supposed to be 1, and I think I kind of just fudged it down here. I don't know. Either way, I think it'll be fine, and no one's gonna look that closely, and I'm only human, so there you go. I added human elements to it. So hopefully next time you see me, I will have this finished. I really want to finish FFO my stuff, and I realized that I had started this like FFO Go, Whip Go board, but I just haven't stuck with it, which is not a surprise. So then the next finish that I was planning on was Halloween Fairy. This is by Mirabilia. I got her off of Hirschner's. It's a digital chart, and she called for 300. I did 308, not counting all the back stitching, but I didn't really just want to leave her for another turn, so I just decided to finish her. And she's on, I think this is 32 count lavender. Lugana. This doesn't look done. I don't know. Anyways, I did all the beading. She has a lot of beads. I don't know if you can tell. Ooh, she's pretty. She has a lot of Krynic as well. Let's see if we can get a little closer. So all those are beads, and the moon is all Krynic. Her whole headpiece beads, Krynic. Her little frills are beads and Krynic. You know, I thought I finished this, but I was missing the E in treat. So I had to go back and add that in. Yeah, I think she's so lovely, beautiful, glorious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. She does have a ton of beads and Krynic for like what she is. Kind of, it's almost more like a Nora Corbett size, I want to say. Like she's not a very big girl, big lady, but she does have a lot of beads and stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind, I guess. I guess you do make good use of the silver Krynic, and like there is Krynic in the Trick or Treat and stuff, but I don't know if it's, sorry, I bumped the tape. I don't know if that's absolutely necessary. Either way, I think she looks great. This moon has like a full circle in the chart, but I didn't like that. I couldn't get the stitches to look good, so I decided not to. She's great, so I'm hoping I'll have her FFO'd. So I tend to neglect like the rest of my crafts because I've been because I cross stitch instead, you know, which is fine, but all my other stuff gets neglected. So I'm gonna try to plan like an hour-ish, half-hour-ish a day, some time to the different projects that I have besides cross stitching, and that'll be FFOing my shenanigans here. Then the last whip finish, or by finish, by Stitch and Finish piece I have is for a piece I did for my husband. It's from Yellow Birdie Stitches, and it's called I Love You Like a Seagull. Oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna keep it in this hoop. I think it looks good. I wish the hoop didn't have whatever this little mark is, but I don't know. I was thinking about maybe putting like a cording around it. I haven't like FFO'd it. I try to do that thing, you know what it is, where you cinch it all in. I don't think I did it right, or maybe on the right thread, or maybe I don't have enough fabric on the back. I did mess up a little bit. Like, these lights are supposed to be, I think, equal, but I don't know what I was doing. One's shorter than the other or something like that, which is fine. I mean, just don't, if you're looking for the pattern, just know that it doesn't normally look like that. Yeah, it says, on the original it says I love you like a seagull loves chips, but obviously that's like the English European version of fries. And you know, even when I saw the pattern, I was like, do seagulls like chips, you know, like potato chips? And they probably do, but I'd put fries because I'm American, obviously, if you can't tell. I'm American. But anyways, I think it's so cute, and I gave this to my hubby for Valentine's Day. I need to count the stitches because I'm curious to see how many stitches I do a year. But I mean, there's not really that many. Maybe like 200 or 300. I'm terrible. I don't even know why I'm guessing, but a lot. It's so cute. And I also bought some other stuff from her. Maybe I'll pop them up on the screen. I think it was like a moth. There's a couple moth ones and like some cats with trees. They're just like kind of simple, cute designs. So yeah. All right, that's all the whip stitching I have to show you. So what should we do next? Let's update the board, I suppose, and we'll see where we're at with all of that. Let's see if I can do this a little bit better. Oof. I'm just making weird ass faces. Okay, so I have my little cheat sheet down here. So we're just basically gonna add these numbers that I did to these numbers that are done. And I guess I should have something to wipe the board with besides my hand, but I do not. So for the Together Forever, we're gonna do, it's now gonna be 60-32 with my pen. I don't even have good handwriting on a good day, so doing it in this way is weird, but I love this part of other people's videos. So then Masquerade is now at 3054. Tombstone Needlebook, we ended up finishing at 3009. And Always is 2377. Moonlight Sampler is up to 2685. 3685. Here I am trying to cheat me out of 1,000 stitches. Farewell to Anger, we have 5123. Siren's Limit we didn't work on. And then Celeste we got up to 3040. And then we did Halloween Fairy, which was over here. We did 308. But she's a finish anyway, so let's put little exclamation points. And then Moon Babies, we did 2209, which is down here. So we're just going to add 2209 here. Yeah, there we go. We are all updated on that board. Oh, did I miss this one? I did. 478 for Star Eater. Okay, perfect. So, now I guess I will, actually, let me show you some other things. Okay, I'll do the Monopoly game through. I did get my fat head in the way, so I don't know if I'm gonna put that footage up because I don't know how many people, like, enjoy staring at the back of a head. And for the people who are, I'm not sure if I'm interested in having them stare at the back of my head, especially for free. So we'll see. I'm thinking maybe I can like zoom in a little bit. And I kind of just don't like the angle I have altogether because it's far away, so you can't really see. But I do like seeing people play Monopoly on their channel. So I might try to change up the angle or see if I can zoom in or something in my editing program. We'll see. So let's go do the Monopoly, and then I will come back with new goals and all that shenanigans. Alright guys, we're gonna go for round 4 of Monopoly. So as always, we're gonna start with the car, which is over here on Marvin Gardens. Only 3 pieces of pass go. So let's see if we can get the rest of them, because there's 8 of them, so come on guys, let's get across the board. Alright, so the car first. Got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they ended up on short line. Which means they did not pass go, which is sad. We got 5 for the next one, which would be the boot, which is over on free parking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the railroad. I think that's like the furthest behind piece, or maybe that and the iron are together. So the next one will be the iron. Oh no, the iron has passed go. Okay, so the iron got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so they also landed on BO Railroad. And that one is, I do not believe, bought. So we will buy that one. And therefore, it is going to buy it for 200. So we'll put 200. And the railroad piece is the Star Eater piece. So that will be more on that piece. Alright, and then the dog, which is here on Kentucky. They haven't passed go either. So we will do 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. North Carolina Avenue. I guess it doesn't matter because it hasn't passed go anyways. And the hat. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So the hat made it to go. And it got doubles. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is St. Charles. And St. Charles is the Red Mermaid. And we're going to buy it for 140. And the thimble is next, which is here on Reading Railroad. It has passed go, so 1, 2, 3. I land on Vermont Avenue. So we're going to do 100 stitches, and it's Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. And then the ship, which is in jail. So this is the first round that it's been in jail, and it got a 6. So it stays in jail. And we're going to actually minus those stitches from that piece, so when it does get out of jail, it'll have to catch up a little bit. And that's the siren piece, I know that much. And then the money bag, which is over here, and has passed go. We're going to roll. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is Ventor. The yellow one too, and it buys that one, which is the Queen Mermaid, which is a new start, for $260. So that's exciting. 260. All right, and that's what we get. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm back. Either you watched a Monopoly thing or you didn't, because I couldn't edit it correctly. Either way, let me show you the board with the new goals on there. Okay, hopefully you can kind of see it. So our goal for Together Forever, the car piece, is 600. And then, doesn't matter what the pieces are. I guess the Masquerade is the boot, and it got a 500 goal. So the thing that's going to be replacing Tombstone Needlebook, I want to have a space in my whips for like notions and ornaments. So I have 3 kitted up notions / ornaments, so I did a random draw. And so the thing that we're going to switch it out with is the Little Bee thimble box from Noteworthy Needle. I also want to say, well, let me finish this. So then 1100 for Always, 2500 for Moonlight Sampler, 300 to Farewell to Anger, which is like, it's so hard to put like less than 500 stitches, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I do a lot more. It's more of a guideline on what to stitch on. Siren's Lament is still in gel, so instead of having 0, it's just going to have a minus 600. So when it does roll, it's just going to have to take those off, and then, yeah. It's getting punished for being a gel, okay? This is a punishment, Siren's Lament. And then Celeste is at 800. Star Eater, which is the Railroad, got another 200 as a goal. Down here we have Sleepy Hollow, which is the light blue, is at Vermont Avenue. They just bought it, so it's only 100 stitches, which again is like 100 stitches to me is hard. So then the Red Mermaid is the, I think, St. Charles Place, and she's getting bought, so she's going to get 140 stitches. And then Queen Mermaid by Mirabilia is the Ventur Avenue, Venator, I don't know how to say it. She's a new start, and she'll get 260 stitches just because she's being bought. So yeah, I think that'll be great. The other thing that's going to replace Halloween Fairy, is after I did my little roll on my board, is going to be Jeweled Jester by Night Spirit Studio. But they didn't get called, so we won't see them for a while. And obviously it'll be a new start. So that'll be fun. So I need to kit that up with the threads. I have the fabric, but I just need to kit up with the threads. So let me show you, let's go through whatever else I have. So I'm trying to like stash down kind of, I have a lot. So all these here are patterns and stuff that I have, and I have like a whole nother page of patterns and stuff that are not on there, and it's a little overwhelming. So I'm trying to not necessarily not buy patterns, but be a little more selective when it comes to that. And for each little tab thing I have on my sorry, my sister just messaged me. She's like, I just found out what a basking chart looks like, and I'm terrified. That's funny. Threw me off. So anyways, for every little piece on here, I want to have like a kind of like a theme or author or artist, I guess. So for example, the piece that replaced Tombstone Needlework is I want that particular plaque to be like that spot to be like Notions, right? So I just went through, or in ornaments, because they're all like smalls, right? Bookmarks, I have a separate tab for them. So I have the needle book, and then I have some Fabi Riley, and I have a pusheen ornament thing that my sister gave me, a kit. So out of those 3, the bee thimble one. And then as for Halloween Fairy, she's by Nora Corbett. I guess maybe she might be under the Mirabilia name, but I think I have her just down as Nora Corbett. So I already have a Nora Corbett piece on the go, which is Miss Beetle, which is also probably going to be finished next time I pull her out. And I already have 2 Nora Corbett patterns to like fill that spot in. So I just got a random one for her, I just did a randomized project to replace that tab. And so I got Night Spirit Studio. And I have a lot of Night Spirit Studio stuff, so that tab will be filled up with Night Spirit Studio for quite a while. I hope that makes sense. So basically it's either going to be a dedicated little tab to, sorry, I'm like terribly burping here. Not burping, but I guess burping, not loudly, hopefully. It's gross. I'm sorry. My dad would be so mad at me. Excuse me. I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, every little tab is either going to have some kind of theme or some kind of artist associated with said tab. And whenever I finished an artist out, for example, Tombstone Needlebook was the only one I had from Siren Stitchworks. I wanted to look at their patterns and see if there's anything to buy. Not necessarily to place the tab at the time, but later on. And she has a lot of cool stuff on there. Nothing that really screamed at me. There was one piece that's like aquatic, has like a giant octopus and stuff. I'll probably put it up here. And I'm like, I am very tempted to buy it. I just put it on my wish list for now, and I'm just gonna mull it over because, like I said, I'm trying to be more selective on my. I want to get all the ones that I definitely am like can't get out of my head. Definitely want to stitch. Definitely want to buy. So I'm just gonna put it on the wish list for now and hope for the best. And then next, let me show you what the little bee thimble box is gonna look like. Noteworthy needle, and it's just a cute little thing. I got this from what's going on right now? Nashville needle, whatever it is, the Nashville needle thing show. I got it a couple years ago, and it's like the whole it was like a whole little kit. So it has like the fabric in there, and it has like this has like the little box that you put together. And then, so this calls for 500 stitches, and I'm terrible at counting stitches, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be a finish like next time you see me, because, I mean, look at it. It's probably just this pattern, like a couple bees and hives. So this will probably be a finish with 500. And there's like finishing instructions and stuff, so I'm excited. That's going to be so cute. I cannot wait to put it on my like little trinket shelf or something like that. Alright, I'll put that away later. The other thing that's going to be a new start is the Mirabilia Queen Mermaid, so I'm going to show you that. One night I was like cruising 1-2-3 Stitch, and for some reason they put this up, because I think it's like a retired pattern. I think she's so beautiful. I might do her skin 1/1. I don't know. So yeah, this is Queen Mermaid by Mirabilia. I already have all this stuff. I think I will lay it all out and do like a stash, or no, what is that called when you put the threads on the thing and then show a picture? You know what I'm talking about. Floss toss. Floss toss. The pattern I'm gonna do it on Unicorn Dreams by Fiberlicious, 32 count Lugana opalescent. And so here it is. I don't know if you're seeing it good. It's very light pastel-y, rainbowy. It's got that green over here on this side and then pink over on this side. I think it's so beautiful. This will definitely fit her. It's 17 by 26, and this says that she finishes at 11 by 15. So I'll probably dedicate this whole piece to her. I love this. I definitely want to buy more and just stitch everything on it. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I'll do a floss toss picture and hopefully insert it here. And this will be a new start for like 230 stitches, 260 stitches. So that's exciting. And this is my Mirabilia. This is the only Mirabilia I have currently, like Mirabilia branded piece. So she will take up this space. The other thing I want to say about my like method is I have other Mirabilias here, and if one gets drawn in a random one, I'm not going to like put it away because I already have a Mirabilia going. Basically what the dedicated spot does is like when I'm done with this one, a Mirabilia will for sure replace her. So I think shopping, I guess. I didn't shop a lot. Let me just go over my little budget. So I think last time I talked to you, I was like $40 in the hole. With all my finishes, the Tombstone Needlebook, Seagull Love, and Halloween Fairy, that was plus 150. but I bought the Yellow Birdie patterns, which was like $21, and then I also bought Gift of Stitching magazine. I've never heard of it before, but I kept getting these ads that they were like going to discontinue the whole thing, and they were selling all like 70 books for $30. And there were a couple patterns for sure. I was like, okay, there's at least 3 that I saw, and I was like, okay, $10 a piece, that's not bad. One of them is this like seahorse box thing that was really cool. There's a chatelaine bit in there. There's a couple other ones. There's like a Santa, but yeah, there's a couple things in there that I was like, okay, that's definitely worth it. So I did buy that. So with all those finishes and those deductions, I'm at positive 58.45. And I'm probably gonna spend that because you probably know, like, Brooks Books artist, she'd passed away, so her whole website went down, and this is probably gonna come off like rude, but I did really love her princess dresses, and now I'm not sure if I'll ever get the chance to buy them, and I'm just kind of like disappointed because it was like, I mean, it's pricey. I wanted to buy all of them at once, and it's kind of like a pricey thing, but I'd never anticipated her passing. Like, I knew she had cancer because there was like a little blurb about it, but there was never really updates on, and I mean, I don't follow her on like social media, so I'm not really sure if there was more updates there. But either way, she passed, and now all her patterns are like in limbo. They're trying to run a they're doing a GoFundMe, and they're kind of promising the patterns, but I don't know. I've kind of written it off. If they pop up, I will buy them all right away immediately, so I don't have this problem again. And so I was thinking about, like, because I wanted to buy a bunch of Al Forest embroidery patterns, and I wanted to buy the threads that go with it, or some of them, not all of them, because some of them are just solid and meh. Anyways, so I was thinking about buying a big investment from there, and since it's coming from Russia and costs more money, it would have to be quite a chunk of money. So I was going to save up my little budget for that. But the way that, like, I think it's Witch Out that will discontinue patterns. They do Nora Corbett and Mirabilia patterns. They'll discontinue them randomly, and I'm like, maybe I should buy the ones I really want of those first, since they're hard copies. I mean, potentially Al Forest embroidery could go down, and I couldn't get any of their stuff either, so I don't know. Anyways, all that to say is I want to buy the few Mirabilias that I really want, and the Nora Corbetts that I really want, so just in case they go out of stock, out of print, out of whatever. Because I did really want Bluebell Fairy, which at the time when I looked at her years ago, she was available, and then now she's a very expensive pattern. And I don't want to get into that. I don't want to have that problem again. The other thing that I got, I hope I didn't show this, but I got this at the thrift store for $2, or no, $1. It's just kind of got quirky animals in there. So I really like this gator or crocodile. And then I really like these hippos that are dancing, the flamingo. I'm not really a fan of the chicks. This little mama possum, this says Life's Little Pleasures. I think there's a couple more in here that aren't. Oh yeah, okay, so this camel with the shoes, and then this chameleon with the pogo stick. And then these lovebirds. So it's an older book, obviously. Life is a Zoo by Cross My Heart. I think all the patterns are like hand-drawn. And I'll probably change, I'm going to change them a little bit because I don't like the like squared back stitching, but I definitely want to do the crocodile. The crocodile says Yuckie, Y-U-C-K-I-E, and then a star. And then it says Young, Upwardly Mobile Urban Crocodile, which has, I thought Yuckie would be like, you know, like when you have letters that go with the words. I don't know. Does this make any sense? You know, it'd be like Young, Upwardly Crocodile, Knits in Eternity. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Either way, I definitely want to do the crocodile, probably the camel. I do want to do the possum. And I do like the flamingo and the, Oh yeah, there's a giraffe, a zebra as well. It says I'm just a horse of a different color. And then the pogo stick chameleon says life has its ups and downs. So anyways, I do want to add some of those onto my stash list, which I'm trying to like stash my patterns down, but it's fine. You know, I'll live to be 125 and half of it will be done. So that'll be great. All right, I think that's it pretty much. So I'm gonna work on all these, and hopefully next time you see me, Halloween Fairy will be framed, and then I'll have a nifty little needle book. And I'm going to try to make this back look nice and maybe add more stuff to it. I don't know yet. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.